right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. This is going to be my top 5 chapters for Dead by Daylight. I've been asked over the years, who would I love to see in Dead by Daylight? What would be my dream chapter? Well, I have had a very hard time creating this list, but I have 5 chapters with multiple characters that I think would be absolutely fantastic in Dead by Daylight. Some of them would be survivors only, while others would be both a killer and a survivor. Before we go any further, I would just like to make it clear, a couple of these are probably not going to happen. They're maybe too far out there. The developers either wouldn't have the ability to get them or would just choose not to have them on principle. But I genuinely think that these would go so hard. So coming in at number 5, I think this is a slam dunk, really easy chapter to get, but that would be The Last of Us. The Last of Us, I think, would probably be a survivor only chapter. You would either have Ellie or Joel as like the main survivor, and a cosmetic that lets you switch to play as the other survivor. They could even have maybe some of the other characters that you see throughout the first and second game, all kind of combined into the cosmetic release, sort of like what they did with Silent Hill, where you have Cheryl Mason as the survivor, but you could switch to James Sunderland or even Maria. Having that availability and option to choose your different character through the cosmetics, I think would make The Last of Us work really, really well. Coming in at number 4, this is an obvious one. I feel like it's probably already in the works to some degree, but that is Predator, the original movie. We need the Predator and Dutch, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, in Dead by Daylight. We need his likeness as well. I feel like that's gonna complete the chapter. I don't know if there would necessarily be a map attached to this chapter. I feel like it would be a lot easier to just visually overhaul the backwater swamp and maybe have a slight tie-in or reference to the movie on that map. But I think Predator would be not only a really easy killer to create because a lot of his powers are just other killer powers, but I think it would also just fit perfectly. I mean, we already have the Alien, and we have an Alien versus Predator, a cosmetic for the Alien in Dead by Daylight. I feel like Predator is just a matter of time. Plus, it would be a really awesome 2v8 event where you could have a Xenomorph and a Predator in the same trial. I think that would just be absolutely fantastic. Okay, coming at number 3, this is a really far out one. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but I genuinely think it would be really funny, and I genuinely think it would go kind of hard. And that is a Call of Duty Zombies chapter, where you could either play as like Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, Takeo, and of course you would have to have Weasel or Al from Mob of the Dead as a playable character, voiced by their respective actors. I think the easiest and most obvious killer for this chapter would actually be the Warden or Brutus from Mob of the Dead. We don't have a prison themed killer yet, and if we had a killer that could lay down barbed wire traps, you could even use his smoke bombs that he pulls out after he loses his helmet in the game. So he could have a smoke bomb, sort of like the void crystals, as another ability. This, I think, would genuinely go really hard. Maybe he even has like undetectable when he is in his smoke cloud, and that kind of gives him an edge to maybe do a quick mind game or something. Coming in at number 2, this is actually one that's probably very likely, and that is Dead Space. Dead Space has to come to Dead by Daylight. I swear, man. We need a map, we need Isaac, and we need a necromorph. We could probably have the Hunter or Regenerator from either Dead Space 1 or Dead Space 2. The map could either be the Sprawl from Dead Space 2 or the USG Ishimura from Dead Space 1. And of course, the survivor has to be Isaac Clarke. I don't think there's really any other option. Maybe there could be some legendary skins that let you swap to other characters like Kendra Daniels or even Ellie Langford. I mean, there's so many options that you could do for a Dead Space chapter in Dead by Daylight. This is a slam dunk. It has to happen. Coming in at number 1, this is a dream chapter of mine. I highly doubt it would happen, but if it did, I would literally do like 6 backflips in a row, and that it has to be Dexter. Now, I know a lot of you want Dexter as a killer, but I think he would actually work better as a survivor with his morally ambiguous background of his character itself. I also think that he would be easy for a bunch of different cosmetics. You could of course have his iconic look for Miami Metro PD, and then you could have his night hunting clothes, you could have his butcher outfit, and you could even have a legendary skin that lets him play as Deborah Morgan instead. I genuinely think Dexter would probably be one of the best survivors to play as. I mean, if they got the likeness down as well, and voice lines, the one-liners that could come from this man would be absolutely hilarious. I genuinely think Dexter would probably be one of the most played survivors. We already have Nicolas Cage in the game, who says that we can't go a little bit step further and get Dexter Morgan. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. So that's it for me, guys. If you like this video, you know what to do, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.